Hello again, guys. Welcome back to the Golden Cloud. So, as the title suggests, I want to talk about online dating. I'm going to talk about the pros and cons, but unfortunately, as probably most people know, most of them are going to be cons. I still would never suggest not do it, but there's a lot of cons. So that's what I want to talk about. So let's get the show on the road with that one.
Gonna eat so many goddamn crumpets? It's gonna be a crump-pocalypse.
So, okay, there's obviously the cons. You're single, you want to date, and you want to meet new people, and obviously going out, you can do that, and it costs a lot of money and stuff like that, whatever. And you can do that. There's just no harm and no stopping that at all. And I think for some people as well, rejection online can be a little bit easier than rejection in person. But yeah, online generally, I get it. I get the appeal. I did it myself, and it's great and stuff like that. There's a lot of sites out there. Sites, there are more apps now than sites really. But there's, Plenty of Fish, there's Tag, there's Tinder, even Facebook sometimes can be a bit of one. For gay guys, obviously there's Grindr, which we all know is just not where you go looking for dates at all. And there's a million others, like there's so many. There's the lesbian ones, which I can't remember the name. It's Blender, is it? I think it is, something like that. And then obviously there's Manhunt and stuff. There's a million options out there. And Badoo is another one as well and stuff like that. But anyway, getting sidetracked. So online dating, yes, it is great. It is great because obviously been on the internet, been on YouTube. I'm very well aware, and I very much like the connectivity that you can talk to anybody and we can go there, and and of course there's downsides for safety and stuff like that. But generally and overall, especially here in Ireland, there's not that much where you're hassle about it yet. Hopefully that will stay the way always. But overall my experience is very positive. But I still just don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like the idea and stuff like that. My main issue is how do I say it? It's a bit shallow, and I find it makes me a bit shallow sometimes. Like when I first start, okay, I go in, I see the profiles, and I'm like, okay, yeah, he's kind of nice, whatever. And I read the profiles. I always read the profiles. A lot of people don't, and they don't bother, and I can't stand that about it. It's really irritating. But I always read the profile because, not that looks don't matter. I'm not going to lie and say, oh, looks don't matter at all. Looks do matter to me somewhat, but I tend to be drawn more to actual eyes and personality. It's not necessarily about the looks for me, and I don't really mind that much. But there is to an extent where obviously looks will be important to me. So I can't give out to everyone because I do it to a certain degree. But I know that 3/4, and I don't know about women, unfortunately, because I don't message women. I'm not looking for women. I'm obviously just looking to date a guy and stuff like that. So, and this is more gay guys, but from what I've been told, it's exactly the same as straight men. So I'm going to put you all in together, but my opinions that I'm giving, they're exactly the same for both. But for me, gay guys is from my own perspective that I know and I've experienced. And straight men is from every woman I know that's told me the exact same story. There is literally no difference in anything the women said. So with that, I'm going to talk about guys. So the first thing that annoys me, and it's especially like on, say, Badoo or Tinder, like those kind of more apps and stuff, where yes, there's a profile, but it's always about face. Okay, that's fine. It's what it's built for. Okay, obviously there is a profile you can read, but it's a big picture all the time, so you're most likely going to do that. So number one, you're flicking people for their looks. So automatically it's a negative. Like, you can't just do that. Like, don't get me wrong, you see a gorgeous person and you don't even care for the profile, you'll go because they're so gorgeous. That's fine. But with men, especially gay men, it's always about looks. They're not interested in the bio, they're not interested in the person. And this is not everyone, of course. This is just most. And it's the same for straight men, so I've been told. And it seems like with the online dating, it's kind of more of a like, can I have them if I could? So what I find irritating is if I match with somebody, I want to talk to that person. That's the whole point when I'm on this. It's It's the whole point of what I want. And for me, I don't know what I'm looking for yet. I've just gotten out of a relationship. Well, not just, it's about a month and a half to 2 months now, so like, but I don't know what I want yet. I wouldn't mind having a relationship, stuff like that. I'm not necessarily looking for just fun like 90% of men are. I'm not necessarily going to turn it down if it's in the right time and the right person, and there's something there that will, you know, it could happen. I don't know. I wouldn't ever turn it down. I'm not exactly a prude, but I'm not exactly going looking for anything like that either. So I just find that like you're flicking through people and you're going yeah whatever, and I read the profiles, da. So what I hate is when you click somebody, right? If I match with that person, I'll always message them straight away, because number one, on their phone they get the message straight away that you've liked them. I don't like this business of wait a couple of days or do this and do that. I'm already online, so I don't see how anyone can look at it badly that I'm online and just matched with you. So of course I'm going to chat to you because I'm online. I'm not going to match with you, then go offline, come back a couple of days to you. That's so stupid. It's so childish. It's like, oh, my friend over there really likes you when you're in school. Like, it's just ridiculous and it's really stupid. So when I match with people, I like to talk to them because I'm online now. I'm sitting here doing nothing clearly, hence why I'm on it. So I chat away. What I can't stand, what I really hate, is when you're flicking through, you click on people you like, whatever, and a day or two or 20 minutes later, whatever amount of time until that person comes on, and they match with you, and then you never get a response. It's so stupid. I understand the ego behind it, as in, oh geez, yeah, I really want him, and then go, oh wow, he really likes me too. Is that it? Is that literally it? Like, is that all you just want? Like, it's such a waste of your time. You could be doing anything else. Like, if that's what you want it for, it's just sad. It's really, really sad. And unfortunately, there's a lot of it. So it's very, very negative. Another negative thing that I hate, especially for gay men, now I have heard and been told that it's the same as straight men, but there's a little bit of a difference. Straight men will say wanting to date, or, you know, wanting to date but nothing serious. And that's kind of going, don't really know, don't really want to make up my mind, I don't know. That's fine. People are in different places all the time. But from what I've been told is that's just, I want to have sex and that's it, right? There is nothing wrong with that's all you want to do, but just put it out there. Like, it's 2016, most people don't care. The only people that care are people who are actually not on those anyway, because they're generally the same people that, you know, don't use them for that specific reason. So I don't get that either. That's another con. And then for gay men, they're a lot more out straight, which is great, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to knock and say it's not great that they're more out straight. They are more out straight. But then what happens is you're flicking through and it's like 90% of the profiles are like dating but nothing serious, or just here for fun and blah blah, and that's fine. But then you're kind of going, every profile you come across is the same. So then it's almost a con again, because yes, they're being honest and they're saying just what they want to do or what they want to say, and that's great. But then you're going, why would I bother using any of the apps? Like, Grindr is the worst. Grindr is the absolute worst. I'm not going to turn around and go, oh no, I haven't used it. Every gay man has used Grindr at some point, whether it's been for 10 minutes or 2 years, whatever, man. Every gay man has used it. They unless you don't have a smartphone and you don't even know they exist, or you're somewhere else in the world where you don't have that technology. That is the only excuse you have. You've been on it, you've used it. And every gay man knows it's all just for meet-ups and wanting sex and stuff like that, which again, there's nothing wrong with, but it's supposed to be a dating app. You look at it on the store and it says a dating app. So you're kind of going, where is the dating aspect? It's ridiculous. And I think it's really weird. When I think back, I'm like, what, 10, 15 years ago, people were very prudish about stuff like that. And they weren't as accepting or open to it. There wasn't this kind of like, you meet somebody, like, even what, 20, 25 years ago, it was kind of like you met the person, you married them and had kids, and that was your life kind of thing. You didn't really go through a lot of people. Nowadays, a lot of people go through a lot of people because they're trying to find exactly what they want, and they've seen kind of the repercussions from staying, maybe not necessarily the wrong person, but not the perfect person, and having the ramifications and falling out and stuff like that. So it's understandable. But I think as the gay community has gotten very much accepted in Ireland, it's one of the most accepted countries in the world. In fact, I think it is. Like Dublin's one of the only places where men can go around holding hands and nothing will ever happen really. Like you never hear any stories, and I've seen loads of men holding hands and girls kissing and stuff like that. You can't get that anywhere else. Like even in San Francisco, for argument's sake, it's not as widely accepted. You think it would be, but it's not, because there actually is a 50-50 population there that are kind of for it, against it, or don't believe it, don't believe that. So it's a bit, whereas Ireland is very, very accepting. So I think because of the gay kind of came out and everyone knew about it, and then, you know, everyone started, you know, you had your fag hags and you were going out and you're having parties and that was all crazy and they're all lovely and great to have fun with and they're a laugh and stuff like that. Then it kind of came into they're very in society now in every shape and form. And like unfortunately there still are a couple of topics like kind of transgender, which needs to be accepted a bit more and stuff. I'm a bit oblivious to that because I'm friends with a lot of them and I don't see any problem, but I'm in areas with them that there never would really be a problem, not everyday life. So I can't speak on that part of it. But in general, for gay and lesbian, it's very well accepted. And I think along with that, people, not that the gay people are more slushy or anything like that, I think they're more open sexually and they more try everything. And so they've always been the outcast and they've always had to prove themselves and be there. And they've been bred with the attitude of I don't care, I'll go do this, because we've had to do that and we've had to come out like that, and it's worked wonders. So on the sex side of things, we've done that as well, of course. And like I remember 5 years ago, 6 years ago, it was always that men are just whores, men are just this, and gay men in particular, sorry, and that they'll touch anything that goes around, blah blah. And now it's changed. Like now people are aware that happens all the time. They know it does, but then they also see fathers with children now and this prospect of family, and then obviously the marriage referendum, and they've realised that that's not all they are. Like we're like everyone else. But because of that now, and they see a full character kind of what it is, it almost seems like now everybody is just going crazy because they're all like, oh, we can all do it now, we can all have sex everywhere, blah blah, which is great. I'm not like, it's liberating, it's amazing, and of course when we were all young at one stage. But then again, the con to online dating is you've opened up a world of that. You go to a bar, people aren't as forthcoming about it. Like you know what you're there, you know what the connection is, and you know if you're going home, that's what's important. You know that, but it's not as in your face about it until you're in the moment. Whereas online, it's just very much, this is what I want, this is how it's going, and it's really fucking annoying and irritating. It really is. It's great if you're looking for that because you have a finite place to go, but if you're not looking for that, or even if like you're not, you know, you're open to the idea of it, but it's not exactly like what you're looking for, it's still very annoying coming across 90% and just getting the same crap over and over and over. And the online dating is just, it's totally shaken up now. It's funny because everyone disses it and everyone goes, no, don't. Everyone used to kind of go, and I wouldn't use it because they didn't really know it, or they didn't really want to get into it, or it was too advanced in technology for them to use, whatever the thing was. And now it's gone the opposite way, but still the same opinion is, no, I don't use it because all it is for sex. And I do agree with that to about 85%. I will totally agree that that's everything that's out there. But I believe it's more in control for yourself to be in control of. I mean, you need to have your one line that you send as your first message that they go, oh, okay, not interested, and then they won't bother you again. It's very easy. Yes, you have to do it all the time, whatever. But I still would say to people, like, use it. It's a good tool. You can meet people from all over Ireland. You can meet people all over the world if you're using it as travelling. And not everyone on it is bad. And even the people looking for fun all the time, I'm not saying they're bad at all. Jesus, they're not. They're looking for what they want at that time, and they know their limits of what they can do and stuff like that, and that's absolutely fine. But there are very good people on there. And even some of the people that are looking just for fun or whatever, there's a lot of good people there. You just the mind frame, and you kind of, I find reading the profile is a big thing that changes it, because you read it for what it is. I mean, when my profile was up there, mine was very much going, just a relationship, don't really know what I want, but I know I don't want fun. I want something a little bit more than that, maybe dating and see where it goes. And that was literally it. And word for word, that is exactly what I want and exactly what I'm looking for. When you see those guys who just want fun, you can read it. It's going casual dating, nothing serious. What are you expecting more out of it? So it's very plainly written. It's not hidden. Now don't get me wrong, there are a few guys that say in a relationship just so a girl will talk to them, but more often than not, that actually doesn't happen. They are very plain Jane about it in their bios and stuff like that. So I think, yeah, you're swiping, you love it, that's great. Always read the bio. Always read the bio. You can also tell from the way they're talking, from the tone they're talking in. I mean, if their bio actually explains them as a person, not their hobbies, but them as a person, that I think is the key to it. Everybody has hobbies. Of course everyone has hobbies. Everyone likes drinking, so drinking is not a hobby. Everyone does it in some shape or form. Listening to music, okay, yeah, it's great, you appreciate music, but everyone puts it up, so that's not telling anyone anything about you. It's like, I like drinking, listening to music, going out with friends. Who doesn't do all of that in any form? Like, that's not descriptive. So, not saying that all of them are a waste of your time, but 90% are a waste of your time, because that is a person who's not looking for a relationship. Like I chatted to 2-3 guys there in the last while, and they were lovely, they were really nice, and their profiles were more kind of going like, you know, I'm a really nice guy, I'm just looking for, you know, a relationship, or I'm not really sure what I want, but I know, again, I don't want to have fun, and, you know, I don't know, I can't even really remember, because it's just, I've gone through so many crap profiles, and there are good ones of course, but there's just so many profiles that I'm like, off the top of my head I can't really remember. But like, it was more interesting stuff. It was more about them, and you could tell by their pictures they were more funny and charismatic. Especially love traveling. Traveling is a good one, I think. And when they say I love traveling, listing the places is better, because traveling, yeah, anyone can do it. Everyone loves traveling. But if you come across a person, like I said, I love traveling, so I said I love traveling. Italy is where my heart really lies, because I absolutely love Italy. So I expanded a bit more on just I like travelling. Because don't get me wrong, I like travelling can be going up to Belfast, it could be going to England or Edinburgh or whatever, and there's nothing bad with that at all, but that's not necessarily a seasoned traveller if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for someone going on mad holidays like Japan or Bali and that kind of connection, then when you read about holidays, they will put that in, because they're more experienced travellers. So they want to differentiate that that's not the kind of holidays they're on. They're serious about doing their travel, and that's one thing I've noticed as well. And I have noticed as well that people who travel a lot in their own time for leisure, not for business but for leisure, are actually better people to chat to, because overall they seem to be more intelligent, they seem to have more common sense, more skills, they just seem to be a bit more aware of what's going on, and they actually seem to know themselves a lot more, and that's one thing I love. I love seeing travelling. Anyone with pictures of dogs or cats and stuff like that, no, we all know what it's there for. It's there to make them look cute and blah blah, oh please click on me, blah blah. It's a bit sad. Again, there's probably 1 in a million that are lovely people, I'm sure. I generally find that a profile you come across with that they have no kids, and it says no kids, and they're young enough but have a kid in their profile, that's actually quite a good one. And from my experience, it's more because they're actually close to family, and it could be godson or goddaughter or whatever, it could be a niece and nephew, that kind of thing, and they're just very close to them, and that's a very good quality. So there are a lot of ways to cut out the crap and realise what's there and what's not, and it is all to do with the profile. So the whole thing is a con, because it's always the picture first, and you always go, oh he's gorgeous, or he's, no, whatever. But always read the profile. Okay, yes, if there's someone who just completely turns you off, it's not going to work. There's nothing you can do about that. Unfortunately, we are humans, and that's the thing. But like, if you see a guy that you kind of go, he's not really my type, there's something about him, no. Read the profile, because I guarantee you that's a better catch than the really hot guy that's going to come up 2-3 people later that has, I don't really want to do a relationship, or I have music and reading as my hobbies. Like, explain more, talk more, be more open about it. Those are the ones you're looking for. And yes, it's very hard to find them. But by taking the tips in these videos and using that, that will hopefully help you automatically go no, and not waste your time. I think that's the secret to online dating. I don't know. I went on a date this week. I absolutely loved it. It was one of the best dates I ever had. And it was just an absolutely lovely date, and I spent about 10 hours and the two of us just never shut up talking, which is amazing for a first date. And this weekend I'm going on a meeting again, and it's going quite well. So I don't know what it could be, or you know, I'm completely open to everything. I don't mind. But in using those ideas and using that mind frame, I eliminated a lot of crap out. So like, anything that did pop up, which I'm not, of course there's a lot less options because, you know, you're being more fidgety and stuff, but it's just better. There's a lot less options, but yes, those options are much better and more substantial options than all of the crap you would have went through beforehand, and it's going to save you so much more time. It may take slightly longer to get to where you want to get, or who you want to be with, or what you want out of it, but I guarantee it's still going to be quicker than going through all that crap, because while you're going through all that crap, you're constantly missing other people along the way who someone's going to date them and go, this is a great day, and they're not going to be on there again. So don't waste your time with that. So I don't know, this was meant to be like just my opinion of online dating, but it's kind of turned into like advice. And not that I'm an expert on it. I mean, I'm only 27 years old. I've still got a lot more to go in life, and different ages, different people, different situations, but overall, from what I'm hearing, is people just don't like dating apps anymore because it's for people to have fun. Which again, nothing wrong with, but I understand the frustration and the annoyance, and I've witnessed it myself, and it is incredibly annoying. So hopefully these tips will help you guys out there in the YouTube world to find someone better, or just to kind of give you hope in that you can actually use one of those apps, because maybe you haven't been using it because you've heard the horror stories and stuff, and I'm not going to lie, it's there, but maybe it'll help you kind of come around and, you know, use a bit kind of, it's not common sense really, but what I would call common sense, but it's not by any stretch of imagination common sense, because it's taken me years to cop it. And I also found that, like, after my relationship was 8 years, I didn't see anyone kind of a year or two before that, so it's been 10 years since I last had to date, and everyone always goes, it's completely changed. It hasn't. It doesn't change. It's the same people. Now, maybe if you're a little bit older, yeah, okay, it's changed an awful lot, just due to the freedom that people have now and stuff like that, so I understand that. But for me, it wasn't any different. But then again, I'm looking at when I was kind of 17, 18 to 27, so you're kind of at that age where everyone's doing that anyway to what everyone's doing now, because that's what you're supposed to do at that age. So for me, it's not really any different. But I thought at first it was completely different. And I went out a few times and I was kind of going, I didn't get hit on as much as I like to, or not many guys are looking at me as much as I want to, or, you know, anything like that. And I kind of thought, okay, this is a bit crappy or whatever. And then I kind of realised it wasn't actually that. It's that I was pushing myself out to go have fun with friends and the pressure of it and stuff. And I realised I actually didn't care. And that was the problem. I didn't care when I pushed myself into a situation and then didn't get any attention. But when I thought about it, I was like, I actually don't want the attention, so what am I getting annoyed over? So like, I don't think it's changed. I think it's all the same. And it's the same online. We're all used to going out and meeting someone, so you just have to get used to it kind of online, I think. I hope. So anyway, I hope that helped somebody or something like that. And those are, like I told you, many cons. But there are pros. I mean, I've gone on a date, I really enjoyed it. It was one of the best dates I ever had. And I really enjoyed and stuff like that. And then I'm gonna go visit him the weekend. And who knows, it could be nothing, could be something, but you know what? It was a lovely, genuine date. It wasn't just somebody looking for fun or somebody wasting my time or sitting on an app and talking for 2 weeks. Like, I talked to one guy for 2 weeks, and then because I dyed my hair a little bit red here on the top, just because of that, I never got a reply again. So I'm kind of going, I'm just not interested in that. Like, that's incredibly sad and shallow, and you're kind of going, I kind of knew talking to him anyway. I was like, he's a little bit younger than me. I date older guys. I can't deal with people my age or younger than me, because men are a bit immature. Well, not a bit, they're very immature, most of them, for a lot later in their life. So I kind of went, no, I'm not going there. And then the hair thing, I was just like, that's just the saddest thing absolutely ever. Like, yeah, I'm aware I look slightly different, but I still have the exact same facial features that you saw straight away. All it is a bit of red in her hair. Like, it's ridiculous. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up because it's going to finish anyway, because I got a new camera and I can see myself recording, so it's so much easier in the viewfinder. So I better cut it before I get cut off. Anyway, so thanks very much for watching, guys. I'm sorry it was a very long video, but I hope it helps some of you kind of come around to and actually use it and hopefully find that absolutely perfect person for you. So thank you, guys. Bye-bye. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Check out some of my other videos here as well.